What's up guys, Blade Master here, bringing you this first game of the semi-finals in the VODCA Flash number 3 tournament fought between myself and BX Baracus. This is fought in planes. We both have picked Nordic factions, but trust me, this match is anything but boring. This is one of the closest matches that I've fought in Total War Attila. I've taken the Saxons, I've taken 4 Nordic hurlers, I've also taken 4 Nordic horse lords, and I've also got 2 Saxon Lancers. Now the Saxons are a pretty decent pick in this, according to the VODCA Flash rules, because it's a very smart set of rules. There are 5 factions in Total War Attila that they've classified as tier 1, and those are the Huns, Burgundians, Langobards, ERE, or Eastern Roman Empire, and there's one more, of course, Geats. So the thing is, if you pick a tier 1 faction, your opponent can choose to pick a tier 1 faction himself. Even so, one person picks his faction and the other person picks his faction, right? Now if you pick a tier 1 faction, then your opponent basically has the opportunity to counterpick and pick a tier 1 faction himself. So it gives the opponent the opportunity to not get completely trashed by the severe OP-ness of some of those factions. So it's a very smart little rule. Now, continuing on, I've got 3 elite Nordic warriors, and I've got 4 Nordic axe warriors with a raid leader general. Total of 5 double-handed axes were only allowed, and 2 Geoguth javelin men, and of course 4 Nordic hurlers. Now I like this. I'm starting to really like this sort of deployment in my army, keeping my shock cavalry along with my first line of infantry, keeping Nordic horse lords and melee cavalry in front of some of the very tanky, not very tanky, but very high value infantry that I keep in my main line, so that they can protect them from frontal charges, and having the Nordic axe warriors in behind them, so that they can get a proper charge in, and so that they don't have to get charged at by enemy cavalry. Now BX Brackus with the Geats probably has a faction disadvantage here. Geats are a pretty decent faction, but they don't have the Saxon Lancers and stuff like that. So instead of them, hold on one second. God, I've got this sore throat and just this terrible cough. Anyways, powering through. He has got 4 Nordic hurlers with 1 Nordic band, whom he's doing a very smart move here, just pushing back my Nordic hurlers, getting some javelin volleys on them. And then he's got 3 Nordic warriors, 1 chosen warrior, a total of 4 Nordic axe warriors and 4 Nordic horse lords, with 2 Nordic horse raiders and a Nordic raid leader general. So in terms of infantry, I think I have him beat, because it's going to be Nordic warriors versus elite Nordic warriors, and regular Nordic axe warriors versus, regular Nordic axe warriors. The chosen warriors, they're a decent unit, but they're very expensive. They do have shield wall, they have unbreakable morale basically. They won't ever rout, and they've got excellent melee attack. But it just seems like they're a bit too expensive for them to be really worth it. Now, just some skirmishing going on. Let's go ahead and fast forward through the skirmishing part. It's just Nordic hurlers against enemy Nordic hurlers. I'm pulling 2 of my hurlers to one flank so that I can just creep up with one of my Nordic hurlers and get some cheeky shots on his Nordic horse lords. Yeah, I get one one slinger volley off on them. He has upgraded. Actually, he has upgraded his Nordic axe warriors to a triple silver. So he has a pretty decisive edge in the axe front. So that's a very interesting, it's a risky tactic, because that means that he's putting a lot of his money on units that can get destroyed in a matter of seconds, and that don't have discipline or encourage, so they can very well just chain route. But it gives him a very big edge in terms of raw effectiveness. Now here I make a mistake. I charge into his slingers, and then I wanted to charge into this very nice looking thin Nordic warrior line. But they throw those 90 missile damage javelins, which just completely slaughtered my Nordic axe warriors. And now they're at half strength, and they're pretty, they're tired, they're active, weak, and they're going to get a charge in, and it's really not going to do all that much. I charge in with my Nordic horse lords, pull back. He's going to charge in with his Nordic horse lords, and I don't really get a counter charge. They get attacked in the rear, which is really terrible for me. But that means that I can bring my elite Nordic warriors much closer to this engagement, and I'm also bringing my shock cavalry up in front so that I can maybe get a charge in on those Nordic axe warriors. One Nordic horse lord's completely destroyed without, just the definition of a waste of money. Here he's bringing his Nordic axe warriors, and let's see if I'm going to get a charge in. At the last second, I pull around and get a flank charge on those Nordic axe warriors, and then get a second charge on the Nordic horse lords. So in that sense, the Saxon lancers did pretty decently, I'd say. And then I'm going to bring in, I've already got my Nordic axe warrior closer to this battle, so his Nordic horse lord is actually is doing just about as well as my Nordic horse lords, even though he rear charged mine. Here, elite Nordic warriors in shield wall. I'm going to pull with my Saxon lancers. Going to get a proper charge in on those Nordic horse raiders. They're going to take a lot of casualties, and then some of the Nordic warriors got caught as well. And here I'm going to charge in with Nordic horse lords against this Nordic warrior. They didn't brace in time. He's going to bring his Nordic horse lords in, but I've got this Nordic axe warrior here that can support. I've popped this elite Nordic warrior into shield wall, and then I'm just going to issue a move order past these regular Nordic warriors. Saxon lancers getting 78 kills. Have to pull them back though, and I am pulling them back now. I've just completely destroyed this flank with sheer numbers of Nordic axe warriors, although this one Nordic horse lords is faced up against Nordic horse raiders and a double or triple silver Nordic axe warriors. So I need to charge in with these Nordic axes to help them out. Otherwise, they're just really not going to last in that battle a long time. His Nordic raid leader is down to 89 units because I got to charge in with my Nordic axes. And now I'm bringing my Nordic raid leader on a clean charge, trying to destroy his Nordic horse lords before they try and get before they run away. Chosen warriors, full strength, taking the brunt of that charge at the end of the day. Geoguth javelin man 20 kills. He's bringing his slingers to attack them in melee, which is a very smart play. Here, these Geoguth javelin men have finished off half of their ammo, but they've got 60 kills, just destroying the cavalry all around the field. And now with a very depleted cavalry force, he's charging into my Nordic axe warriors and elite Nordic warriors. And even though he's going to get a lot of kills here, it's just going to give time for my Geoguth javelin men to keep firing into this massive volley, into this massive blob with their javelin volleys. And here the Nordic horse lords, 25 units left. Nordic raid leader, full strength, 73 kills. Wow, I really, I used to really bash on people bringing the Nordic raid leader, but in tournaments like these where you're limited with the double-handed axes that you can bringing an extra double-handed axe general is a godsend. Holy shit, 106 kills on these guys. They cost 425 talents. 108 double experience chevron against Nordic horse lords, just straight up destroying all of them. Here the Geoguth javelin men. This is such a clutch move by BX. He's put my Geoguth javelin men into melee for such a long time because they have terrible melee stats, and that's going to give him enough time to bring his deadly Nordic axe warriors into the mix. I'm forced to pull out with my Nordic raid leader. His chosen warriors didn't really do much. They routed with 10 men left, and they only got 57 kills. Geoguth javelin men destroyed that Nordic horse lord. Actually, it was a lot had to do with my my Nordic hurler. Here, Nordic hurler is going to get flank shots on those Nordic axe warriors while I run the hell away with my Nordic raid leader. I definitely can't let them get charged at by Nordic axe warriors, otherwise they'll die and then my army will rout. This one Nordic axe warrior routing with 54 units left. That's insane. That's why you don't put so many silver chevrons on Nordic axe warriors. At the end of the day, they just don't have the morale to last an entire battle. Now, the tide has turned completely, because he had two Nordic axe warriors which would have destroyed my units, but now my Geoguth javelin men have routed that Nordic hurler, and now I have a 96-man Geoguth javelin man with 6 javelin volleys that can absolutely trash these Nordic axe warriors. So all I have to do is run around in this direction with my elite Nordic warrior and my Nordic raid leader, who's got a double experience chevron, and then bring these guys and then fire into the Nordic axe warrior while they charge in. But the problem is this Nordic axe warrior is at fresh or active now. Meanwhile, my guys are exhausted, so there's really not much I can do. I'm going to be forced to countercharge these Nordic axe warriors. I'm going to try and charge in with my elite Nordic warriors, get a rear charge. Again, they're also exhausted, so there's really nothing much I can do in that aspect. They're just going to outrun my guys. And that's what I'm trying. because this game can still go in his favor. I get a charge in with my, decide to charge in with my Nordic raid leader. Oh, they're going to take so many casualties there. But they're getting, and they're not really getting too many kills. But I've got rear charges incoming with my Geogood Javelinman and my elite Nordic warrior, and my other Geogood Javelinman is finally in range. So my Nordic raid leader hasn't routed yet, and the general hasn't died yet. And with this javelin volley, it's basically game over. A lot of my units are wavering. Such a close battle. Pyrrhic victory again to me. Just barely scraped this this game out. Made some mistakes with my Saxon Lancers and with my Nordic Horse Lords for sure, but made up for it by bringing those Javelin Men who have again saved my day, just like the previous matchup against Silverwind. Anyways, guys, you guys stay tuned for Game 2 of the semifinals, and I'll be bringing that to you shortly. Peace.